my home here in Avida. It will be my pleasure to walk you through our project in Cebu and give you investing insights. So I hope everyone is in good spirits today, and we pray that you and your loved ones continue to stay safe and healthy during these times. So, in the midst of the pandemic, the way we live, the way we do things, the way we handle our money has changed. We would often ask, how do we move forward in these challenging times? One thing is important though, and that is securing our future and those of our loved ones. I'm sure you will all agree that when we speak about the future, we have realized now more than ever the need to scrutinize our hard earned money and still be aligned with our financial goals. We are all here today to pursue our financial goals. So, whether you are employed, managing a business, the goal is to get to the state where your hard earned money works for you. We now ask ourselves, how do we get to the third stage the fastest? To give us all a sense of hope for the future, let us all be reminded that in every crisis, there is a recovery. In every crisis, there are opportunities, and history has shown this. No, we know that the country, for example, has gone through a lot of political and economic crisis, and there will always be years of robust recovery after that. So when you look at the landscape, you will see that there are many opportunities that we can choose from, like bonds, stocks, deposits, insurance, mutual funds, and real estate. The basis of selecting which opportunity to pursue is to find out where you can grow your net worth. In these times, I'm sure you get a lot of offers. Just browsing through your feed, you will see different ads every now and then. But to borrow the statement of Philippine Registered Financial Planner, Mr. Randall Johnson, he said, never go into something that you don't understand. And real estate is the easiest investment to understand compared to more sophisticated and riskier instruments. So, when we talk about real estate investment, here's a tip. There are two words that we don't want to say when we are investing in real estate, and these are sana and saya. No, this actually in English translates to I wish or and sayang, something like too bad. No, let's park these words for now, but then let's keep them in mind to ensure we don't get to say them in the future. Okay, so at this point, I think Dawn has some questions from our guests and buyers. So let's hear it from Dawn.
Yes, Miss Amy. Here is a question that our buyers are asking. So, why is real estate the best investment compared to stocks, bonds, and other investment instruments?
Okay. Thank you very much, Don, for that question. And I think we normally hear this question from our buyers who are keenly looking around at the opportunities around them. No? So there are so many ways we can answer this question. And first, let's take a look at the Forbes list of the richest no, in the Philippines. So you will see most, no, if not of them, have investments or have businesses in real estate. So you see the C siblings, the Villars, even the Razons, the Gokuways, of course, the Zabel de Ayalas are there. No, so Andrew Tan. So these are the richest in the Philippines, and their business portfolios all include investment in real estate. So they say the rich remain rich because they know where to put their money. So we are not saying that you put all of your investments in real estate. In fact, the pandemic has taught us that we should have cash at our disposal to help us weather through a crisis, something like worth of 6 months, no? The smart thing to do would be to have a good mix of investments. And if your goal is to build wealth and secure your future, real estate, no, we should say, is not only the easiest investment to understand, but it is also the most secured way to build your wealth. So compared, for example, we mentioned stocks, no? We mentioned stocks, no? Unlike real estate, stocks is easily affected, no, by market and economic trends, even political trends. So while real estate may not give you as much yield as um, stocks and bonds, we can see that it is less likely affected, no, by any crisis, whether economic or political. So, di ba? I'm sure you've heard about stories of people who are so overcome by their gains in stocks in just one day, where their stock prices have jumped 1,000% or whatever percent is that. But it is also not impossible to lose all that gain when there are shifts in the market. So that's how volatile it is. No? So it's all about managing the risk. And while the bank does assure us of the safest, no, the bank assures us of the safest way to our money, the current interest rates of around 1% will not give us the yield or the financial growth that we are looking for. Real estate, on the other hand, based on experience, while there may be economic crisis or political crisis in the country, the value of real estate has been able to sustain through the years. And in fact, it gains the most after a recovery. So investing in real estate responsibly and appropriately is a sure way to build one's wealth and also to stay healthy and wealthy. So another way to ensure that we are investing properly in real estate is to first be clear about our objectives in investing. So the first objective could be to buy it and live in it. No? So that's common for our first-time home buyers. And then another would be to buy it and sell it for a profit as soon as the value increases. Third is you buy it and rent it out while you're still figuring out what to do with it, live with it, or sell it in the future when the value has fully increased. Or you can just land bank it to create a dependable source of passive income for the future. And for all, there are certain factors that you would need to consider to fulfill your objectives. So once you have figured out your objective, you are now on your way to look for a product that will suit that objective. In our search for the right product, there will again be several considerations. So one of the things that people are asking is what will affect, no? How will we choose the right investment or the right company to invest in? In our effort to save time, let's hear it from the experts. No? So in our recent webinar, we had one of the country's financial experts, Mr. Rex Mendoza, talking about how to find the best and the right investment. So he zeroed in on the importance of the developer behind the property as the biggest driver of growth. So that's very important, also, along with the commitment of the developer. As you look around, you will see a lot of developers. Who is behind the project is very important in our decision as it will affect delivery and long-term value of the property. We need not know all of the developers. We just need to know the track record of the options that we are looking at. Ayala Land, the company behind Avida Land, is the most diversified property developer in the Philippines today, with a proven track record in developing large scale mixed use integrated communities. And here are some of them. So of course, we have the 950 hectares development, which is Makati, which is currently the central business district of the country. Do you know that it was developed by Ayala in 1948 and it continues to be a thriving business hub? Of course, we have our very own Cebu Business Park. This was developed in the early 90s, and this was once a golf course. And it is also now the premier business hub, not just in Cebu, but in the Visayas and Mindanao. And here, of course, we have the integrated self self-sufficient eco city that is Novali. It is 2,290 hectares. And of course, we have the vibrant and inspiring BGC, or the Bonifacio Global City. These estates developed by Ayala Land have become thriving economic centers in the country and have become the addresses where families and individuals not just live, but thrive and enjoy life. Ayala Land is part of Ayala Corporation, which has been in the business for the past 186 years and has survived different crises, even wars, but has emerged to be the country's long-standing partner in its pursuit for progress and nation building. Ayala Land on its own is celebrating its 33rd year of enhancing land and enriching lives. So what we just saw are only four of the current 30 mixed-use estates that the company has developed. Its diverse business and sound management has given it a solid platform for sustainability and growth. So here we see Avida as one of the residential brands of Ayala Land. So as one of the residential brands of Ayala Land, Avida Land is committed to deliver sensible, safe, and secure homes to its buyers. For over 30 years, Avida takes pride in helping individuals and families build their own homes. So before we move on, I think we have another question. So let's take this one. Don, please share the question.
Sure, miss. So now let's dig deeper and look into the factors affecting our investment decisions. So one of the most common questions that we encounter is a lower priced project a good buy?
Oh, very interesting question because I know there are a lot of offers right now. Again, let's save time and hear it from the expert. Mr. Rex Mendoza said that we should look at the growth centers near the property, which will drive its future value. He also mentioned that while price is an important consideration for buying, we should not fall simply for low price, as this is not a guarantee of value appreciation. Now let's expand our vision by looking at the prospect of growth in Cebu that will affect real estate growth in the future. So in today's changing landscape, Cebu remains to be a top destination for both business and leisure. It continues to attract investors and industry leaders, as well as families and individuals who are looking for memorable holidays and inspired living. So truly, it is a place that offers the best of both worlds. To note, Cebu continues to be one of the super cities in the world according to Thollon's rating systems in terms of talent, skill, and quality of its human resource, its capacity as a business catalyst, cost and infrastructure, risk and quality of life, innovation, and digital adaptation. They say Cebu is where you can have real fun and get the serious business done. So we all know that a major driver of growth is infrastructure. Despite the pandemic, Cebu continues to enjoy the confidence of both the government and the private sector with the infrastructure projects in place in the province. On the forefront, and one that we are very excited about, is the completion of the CSLEX, or the Cebu Cordova Link Expressway. It is an 8.5-kilometer link that will connect. No, this is a majestic bridge that will connect Cordova in Mactan to Cebu City via the SRT. Also in place to boost Cebu's growth post-pandemic are the following major projects. So we have the Metro Cebu Expressway, the Cebu Bus Rapid Transit, and of course, the new Cebu International Container Port. So these are just some of the new developments and projects in Cebu that will soon support the provinces and the city's growth after the pandemic. So before we proceed, I think there's another question. Don, let's take it.
Yes, there still is. So, Miss A, here's a question I used to wonder about before also. Our guests would like to know, is the pandemic the right time to invest?
Oh, very nice, very well said, Don. That was also my first question when the pandemic first hit us. No, so I think it's very normal. Being in a pandemic, we tend to ask, is this the right time to invest? Okay. Remember, we said earlier that in every crisis, there will always be a recovery. No? There will always be a recovery. One of the things that Mr. Rex Mendoza said that stuck with me is you don't act after a recovery. You remain positive and you act now. So, what does it mean? It means that in addition to your current portfolio, an investment with the right company puts you in a strategic position when the economy bounces back. Most especially if you are able to take advantage of the friendly payment terms and the promos that are being offered at this time. So the objective is to participate in the growth in the most affordable and comfortable way for us. So at this point, let me give you Don again to present Avida Towers Riala as an investment option that you can seriously consider if you want to get closer to your financial goals. So take it away, Don.
Thank you, Miss A. So, friends and guests, welcome to Avida Towers Riala. Welcome to a life without compromise. Avida Towers Riala is right at the heart of a fully developed mixed use community, Cebu IT Park, an Ayala land estate. And then, when you talk about the importance of location, Cebu IT Park is home to 70% of Cebu's BPO industry and has grown into a bustling lifestyle destination, not just in the province, but in the entire region. So if you're looking for value appreciation, it's right here. If if it's a modern and convenient lifestyle that you are after, this would be your new home. So what is it like living at Avida Towers Riala? This, by the way, is an actual photo of the main thoroughfare of Cebu IT Park. Your life in this master planned estate is fully provided with dining, shopping, leisure, medical, and safety facilities. So, first, we know how important health and safety are to you. So, right just across Riala Towers is QualiMed, which caters to the needs for physical exams, consultations, and laboratory services. Second, Cebu IT Park is just one bus ride away. Accessibility is further enhanced with point to point buses that will allow you and your guests to go to as far as Karkar in the south and Danao in the north in just one ride. So simply hassle free. Third, to ensure round the clock safety of its residents and locators, a police sub precinct is located within Cebu IT Park. This is an addition to the emergency response teams established to assist you in crisis situations, a standard in all Ayala estates. So, fourth, on a beautiful day, you can go to The Walk, the first retail hub at IT Park. Or you can take a stroll at the garden block where you can go for casual dining. And lastly, if you want to get like a wide range of outdoor activities to relax and be energized, so Cebu IT Park is the right place for you. Now, The newest development inside Cebu IT Park is Central Block. This 2-hectare development at the center of the estate features two BPO towers, a 214-room Sada Hotel, and the new Ayala Mall. The opening of Central Block takes the Cebuanos to a whole level of dynamic living. Some say this gives like a BGC vibe, and that is because everything is in place to allow its residents to live, work, and play in an upbeat and inspiring environment. The mall is just a short walk from Riala Towers, making it super convenient for its residents. Now, let's take a look at the project itself. The first Riala Tower was launched in 2012. Today, towers 1, 2, and 3 are fully completed with a thriving community enjoying life at Avida Towers Riala. To date, more than 1,500 units have already been turned over. Tower 4, which has topped off, will be turned over in 2023, and Tower 5, our pre-selling tower, in 2025. Tower 5 has 5 parking levels and 31 residential floors. 16 retail units are located at the ground level of Towers 1 and 2 to cater to the needs of its residents. This compact community is connected to the major road networks, giving you easy access to key destinations within the city like schools, hospitals, and places of worships. And then each tower is equipped with ample facilities to ensure your comfort and safety. Here, so these are the building features. All right. And the hustle and bustle of the day melts into leisure and relaxation the moment you step into the property. Riala in itself is fully supported with a spacious 5,000 square meters amenity area, which features a very expansive grand lawn and pocket gardens, swimming pools, sun deck, and fitness areas. Mindful of the lifestyle of its residents, it has an active zone here. So that's a list of amenities under active zone and a passive zone in its amenities. So here is the typical floor plan and the different views of Tower 5. It's still very low in density with only 25 units in a floor, giving you utmost privacy. So these are the different views. So we have facing Cebu IT Park, facing mountain ranges, we have facing the Grand Lawn, and facing the courtyard. Sorry. So like what I said earlier, it's still very low in density with only 25 units in a floor, giving you utmost privacy. At this point, I would like to invite everyone to join me at the Riala showroom and take a look at our model units and deliverable units. All right. So you have seen in the video the standard delivery specifications of Avida Towers Riala. Turned over units are finished and ready for move in. So you may be wondering, what choices do I have at Avida Towers Riala? So there's a perfect unit for you here, whether you are looking for RFO or pre-selling, and we have friendly payment terms to make it easy for you to invest now. At this point, we will now answer a very important question. Why Avida Towers Riala? And to help us with that, I'd like to turn the virtual floor back to Miss Amy Salgados. Miss Amy?
Thank you very much, Dawn, for that presentation of our project. So now let's take a look at the reasons why Avida Towers Riala. But before that, let's go around the project first. Now let me take you to Asuroy after Don has taken you to a tour around our model unit. So first, here's an update of the tower. So to fully support the lifestyle of its residents, several shops are located at the ground level of the tower. So starting off with Mary Mart, which is now open. So just imagine going downstairs for your daily needs. It's that convenient. And also a Korean barbecue restaurant opened just yesterday at the ground level of the tower. So we've tried this restaurant. It's really, really good. So when you have time, do drop by at the ground level of Avida Towers Riala. And of course, adding more convenience is also the recent opening of the Chill Laundry Lounge. It's an upscale laundry, coffee shop, and business center combined, something that our residents will truly appreciate. We are also very happy to announce that despite the pandemic, the company continues to strive to stay on track in its commitments. Tower 4, which is for turnover in 2023, has already topped off and is now completing its architectural work. So Tower 5, which is for turnover in 2025, has also started. Construction is already now at the parking podium. An additional consideration in real estate investment, one must also carefully look into the company that manages the property, as this will spell a big difference in the long term. Ayala has its own property management company, and this is instrumental in the proper maintenance in the long term, which affects the value of the property. With the pandemic right now, APMC plays a major role in securing the property and its residents. Proper health protocols have been instituted and implemented by APMC, making it a cut above the rest. So why Avida Towers Riala? This is an aerial shot of Cebu IT Park showing the walk. And then we also have here the garden row. And then we have the Ayala malls. No? So these are the different parts of Cebu IT Park. Notice how the open spaces are beautifully incorporated into the development, which is a standard in Ayala Estate. Okay, so with all of that in place, there is no other place in Cebu that offers all the comfort and conveniences of Cebu IT Park. In this fully developed estate, practically everything is within reach 24 hours a day, and everything is just a short, pleasant walk away. And because the estate is fully completed and the project is in place, life at Avida Towers Riala is yours to enjoy now. So here are some of the scenes that you can see around Avida Towers Riala at Cebu IT Park. So there's really no need to wait. This is a life that you can live right now. There are two ways you can earn from real estate. One is value appreciation and rental. The high concentration of professionals holding office at Cebu IT Park provides investors with a good market for rentals. Now let's talk about value appreciation. They say there are two best times to buy real estate. The first is yesterday. No? Why? And the answer has a lot to do with value appreciation. So, for somebody like me who was not also able to invest in Reala right away, I call it what did we miss? No, what did we miss as far as value appreciation is concerned at Avida Towers Reala? So sige nga, let's take a look at what we have missed. Riala Tower 1 was launched in 2012 at 83,000 per square meter. Currently, it is now at 208,000 per square meter or with a value appreciation of around 151%. So that's how much the project has doubled in terms of price. Tower 2, which was launched in 2013, was launched at 89,000 per square meter and currently now at 208,000 per square meter also, or with a value appreciation of around 134%. Tower 3, which is more recent, in 2014, was launched at 110 per square meter, but is now at 208,000 per square meter also, or a value appreciation of 89%. Tower 4, which was launched in 2017, was launched at 146,000 per square meter and currently also at 208,000 per square meter, or with a value appreciation of around 40%. Our most recent tower, which we started selling in 2020 only, was launched at 208 and already had a value appreciation of 3%. No? So this means actually that we have to remember that real estate inventory is finite, meaning if we miss the inventory before, we cannot buy it again. No? Compared to other investments like insurance, for example, you can take insurance anytime. But real estate, the unit that you like, no, the specific unit with the specific view that you like, when it is available now, there is no guarantee that it will still be available tomorrow. So two important things. The price, no, if we don't invest right away, value appreciation will miss us, and we will also miss the unit that we would like. So if we translate it simply, this means that for somebody who bought a unit in 2016, no, they probably bought it at around 2 million only. Fast forward to 2021 at 4.8 million, which means they have been receiving or they have been enjoying a value appreciation of around 500,000 every year. No? So that's the beauty of real estate. And most of these investors have not even fully paid the project because a lot of them are taking or buying the property through bank loan. So this is the beauty. We mentioned earlier what makes real estate a better investment. This is it. No? Value appreciation, which you can enjoy when you invest right away. So you might be asking, am I too late? Diba? We said the best time to buy real estate is yesterday. Okay, don't despair because the next best time to buy real estate is the present or today. No? So you will see these are the prices of Avida Towers Riala. You will notice that it might have reached the 200,000 per square meter level, but it is not even at par with projects in Makati and BGC. And most importantly, you will see that it is very far from the newest project that Avida is launching at the Bay Area, which is selling at 320,000 per square meter. So here we might have missed all of those value appreciation, but don't despair. We have not peaked in terms of prices. There's still a lot of room for value appreciation when we invest now. So again, remember the two best times to buy real estate yesterday, but move on na ta. We already missed yesterday. The most important thing to remember is we have today. And today we should take advantage to be able to fully enjoy value appreciation. So with security, comfort, and all the conveniences taken care of, plus the strong value appreciation of the property, life at Avida Towers Reala is indeed a life without compromise. So I will now show you how affordable it is to own an Avida Towers Reala unit. But before that, I think we have our last question. Okay, Don, take it away.
Yes, Miss A, we still have a pahabol question here. It's not really a question, but more of a concern among investors who would need to take a loan for their balance. So this is their common concern. I have
Oh,
heard, yeah, for you about your no down payment term. I would like to invest now, but I am concerned about my monthly amortization when I need to make a loan for the balance.
oh, very, very timely. A lot of people are really asking about this. No, their concern is, yeah, you're offering a low down payment, but what happens when we reach the time that we need to take out a loan? Okay, very valid question, and we have the right answers for that. No, we have the insights. Okay, let's start off by talking about good debts and bad debts. Okay, do you know that there is such a thing as a good debt? As commonly perceived, debts are not always bad. No? A good debt is when we borrow money and place it in a good investment where the future value of the asset increases much more than what you borrowed, interest included. No? And they say, well, one of the things in life where good debts can happen is when we invest in our education. No? In the US, it's very common for students to take a student loan. No? To be able to put yourself through college, you take a loan, and sometimes the interest rates are very high. But this can be considered a good debt because investing in yourself to land a good job and have a good career in the future, you will gain so much more out of it. And the other aspect in life where this can happen is in real estate, no? Wherein the risks are much lower, as we've mentioned earlier, and the value of the property or your investment, the value of the loan, the interests included, will be surpassed by the future value of the investment. So more often than not, no, I think it was a good learning to know more about good debts and bad debts because more often than not, we would easily give in to the distractions, not the distractions in life, like the latest Louis Vuitton bag or the latest Apple or Samsung gadgets, and even sporting a shiny new car. All of these sadly could fall into the bad debts because most of them in the future, they will be valued so much less than what was the price when you bought it, most especially so much lower than the loan that you took, not to obtain this or to purchase this. So when we talk about good debts, we said that this could only happen in real estate. And I would like to share with you my journey as well, wherein I discovered the value of a good debt. When I invested in Riala, naturally, I had to take a loan. And guys, this is something that we should all appreciate and we should all acknowledge na to be able to own big ticket items, we should always take a loan. No? That's the only way. I think very few people can buy a house or a condo unit spot cash. No? But for the rest of us, taking a loan would be the easiest and the smartest way to be able to own these big ticket items. So naturally, you have to take a loan. When I looked at the loan value of my investment, I was really worried. Just like those who asked the question, I was like, "Oh my God, I owe the bank so much." And since it included the interest already, there was a huge increase in the amount. So that was in 2019. Fast forward to 2021. I looked at the price of that specific unit, and from 3.7 million, it has grown, or it has appreciated to 5.8 million pesos, which is so much greater now than the loan I took plus the interest. No, so the good that happened to me in less than 2 years. No, so another thing that we should also consider is that there is recovery. We see that in the easing of restrictions, more people are vaccinated. The economy has a bright forecast that we could even be having a good Christmas. No? So just like that, we should also be confident and include in our forecasting the improvement in our employment and our better capacity to pay off these loans. And if you're getting an RFO unit, you will already be earning from the rentals, which could help subsidize your monthly payments for the loan. So that's the aspect of the good loan. And again, one of the few things that it could only happen is in real estate. Okay, so let's move forward. Now we've come to the considerations in what investment should we take after this project preview. Let's start off with a question. What is important to me? Now, what is important to me? So to help everybody through the process, here are the options that you have here at Avida Towers Reala. First option is, would you want to enjoy the biggest discounts available? No, because we have a lot of offers and discounts this time. No, or you may probably opt for availing of the easiest payment terms. No, so two options yan. Enjoy the biggest discounts or avail of the easiest and lowest payment terms. So here, I'll show you. So this is our promo this weekend. No? So here is a pre-selling studio unit at Riala Tower 5. And here is a payment term that will give you the best discounts. Okay. For a minimal 10% spot down payment, you get our promo discount and pay term discount. No? So if all the documents and payments and fees are submitted by November 19, the first thing you enjoy is the discount of 5% on your down payment. Okay, that's one. And then you also enjoy our promo discount, which is 25K per million. Since this is a 4 million valued unit, you will enjoy 100,000 pesos in discount. So if you look at it's actually a total of around 121,000 worth of discounts. And the most surprising thing that you will see is that the remaining 5% equity will be paid in 60 months for only 4,000 pesos. Can you imagine? That's not even $200. That's not even $100, diba? So just remember this payment term. This is the biggest discount. You only make a minimal 10% spot down payment. And the remaining equity will only be 4,000 pesos. Very, very, very affordable. And it gives you the biggest discount. Okay, if you are more of, managing your finances, being flexible, and going for the easiest payment terms, here's your option. We have the no spot down payment. Okay, so no spot down payment meaning you just reserve and then you will start paying your monthly payments. No spot down payments. Very, very easy and very affordable. You get a 20,000 discount pa. And the monthly payment in the coming 60 months is only 12,000 pesos. Oh, so that's how affordable it is. You still get a 20,000 discount, but you can already start your investment with only 12,300 for a unit at Avida Towers Riala at Cebu IT Park. So just one reminder, payment terms like this will no longer be available after the pandemic. So the 85% balance will be your bank financing. So that's 5 years from now. Now, by then, you will have already increased your capacity, the economy will have bounced back, and the interest rates will continue to be very easy. Okay. And here's the treat. All reservations, although this is limited only for the first 50 cards for the entire of this fee, no? So we have to hurry. For our buyers, upon reservation and upon clearing of your reservation, you will be treated to a sumptuous Seda food basket. Okay, so they don't have to wait for Christmas because we have the Seda food basket. And again, reminding everyone for the payment terms with spot down payment, you get 25,000 per million. Okay. We mentioned that we have few RFO units here at Avida Towers Triala. We actually have 2 studios remaining. If you are investing in a RFO unit, whether it's studio, 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom, and you pay the 10% spot down payment, you can choose. No, you have a gift for you. You can choose either a smart TV, a refrigerator, or an air conditioning unit. So again, this is for payment terms with 10% spot down payment and documents by November 19th. And that's not all, di ba? We mentioned a lot of treats this month. For those getting an RFO unit, you are getting 20% discount on your 10% spot. No? So that's a sweet discount of as much as 250,000. So if you're getting a pre-selling studio, the discount is around 121. But if you get an RFO, that would be around 180,000. No, so that's a good start. No, so that is of course subject to the final the final computation for the specific unit. Okay, so again, the question is, what is important to me? There are no right or wrong choices, diba? So is it to enjoy the biggest discounts or to avail of the easiest payment terms? Now, one would require 10% spot down payment, which is very minimal, but you get a lot of discounts and even treats. And there is also the no spot down payment wherein you start your investment at only 12,000 per month. So again, there are no right or wrong choices except when you choose to delay your investment. So again, the objective is to participate in the growth, no, in the most affordable and comfortable way for us. And to avoid, eto na siya, to avoid staying, sana nag-invest ako when I was in that project preview and when I was offered by my salesperson, or sayang, di ko na naabutan ang extended pay term, di ko na naabutan ang promo discounts and treats. No? So we don't want to see that. So to reserve, you may use our online facility acquire for credit card payments and the reservation fee is only 20,000. So You will get more details after this project preview from the salesperson or the sales manager who invited you today. So that ends my presentation. Finally, remember, COVID or no COVID, our goal is to provide for our future and that of our loved ones will always be important. No? Don't stop making your dream home and dream investment a reality. And you can start now with our very friendly payment terms and exciting treats. So to end, I would like to remind the words of Mr. Rex Mendoza. Don't act after a recovery. You stay positive and act now. So imagine the whole economy bouncing back fully in the next 5 years. So we hope that you will look back and you don't have to ask if I were able to take advantage of the opportunities to build my wealth during the pandemic, no? We hope that you don't look back and say, sayang, hindi ko siya na-avail, or sayang, I should have taken that opportunity. We want you to look back and say that even in the challenging times, you invested right for your future. So with that, we ask, will you just watch the economy bounce back or will you participate in its growth? The choice is yours. Make a good one today and we will be very, very happy to assist you. So thank you, everyone. Let us all remain safe and healthy.